Affordable executive sedans, a dying breed in India. For the quest of ground clearance and utility, whatever that is, we have slowly ousted this beautiful segment out of the country to replace them with what? Crossover SUVs. But what if you actually wanted an executive sedan today? Well, the only option is this, the brand new Toyota Camry. But a while ago, you could get something like this, the Škoda Superb. My question is, what went wrong with executive sedans, and if the Camry actually is such a nice car, does it still have place in our country? Let's find out. When the Superb first came to India in 2001, it was an absolute market disruptor. Very nice interior, fancy materials, very good engine, lots of power, at a price that could just put all those luxury brands to shame. This specific car is a non-CBU Gen 3 Škoda Superb that was built in India, the last generation to ever be made in India or assembled in India. In 2024, Škoda actually came back with 100 CBU units of the European-going Škoda Superb. Now, you would have expected them to bring the Gen 4 to India since it was already available, but no, they decided to bring the Gen 3 in CBU form because where it's made in Bratislava, that factory cannot make CKD units. So they had to bring it as a CBU unit, and that made the price 54 lakh rupees ex-showroom. With the Škoda Superb now discontinued in India, the Toyota Camry steps in to fill the void in the affordable luxury sedan segment. At 48.5 lakhs ex-showroom, it offers significantly better value compared to cars like the BMW 320LD and the Mercedes-Benz C220D, which are priced above the 60 lakh rupee mark. The Camry's interior truly reflects this value, delivering a premium experience at a more accessible price point. Are you driving something like this when you could be driving something like this? Same boring cars, nowhere to find the good stuff. Wait, these are for sale? Your dream car is just a click away. TDH Classifieds. Time to get yourself the car of your dreams. Step inside the Camry and you will wonder, why do people even buy Fortuners for the city? This is a cheaper car than the Fortuner and it comes with a much nicer interior. You're greeted by black and tan leathers with soft touch materials, piano black finished trims. You also get all of the technology that you would expect from a brand new car, a wireless charger, 3 USB Type-C ports, and a lot of space. You've got 2 places over here to keep large drinks, a cubby hole right here, very large door cards, and also a lot of space at the back, which is where the party actually starts. Let's go for a drive and check the back seat out. This is the PS de resistance of the Camry, the back seat. If you spend most of your time in the back seat, this is a fantastic place. You're going to love it. You get Boss feature buttons, so legroom is pretty much infinite. You get really decent headroom and the shoulders also are very comfortable. So moving along, when you get the armrest down, you have access to pretty much all of the controls of the infotainment. You can adjust the temperature inside the cabin and you also get reclining seats. At this price point, I have never seen reclining seats on a car and I think this is just so flex. I love it. This would not be a TDH video if I don't talk about how it is to drive this car with intent. So let's just talk about that. Now, this car is really not designed to do that. What this car is designed to do is to have a very serene experience from point A to B at the best price possible, and this car does that job fantastically. If you give your car to your son and he wants to actually have some fun in it, I wouldn't say he is going to be having a lot of fun. Yes, there is a sport button, and yes, it does change the way the engine behaves, but it is a naturally aspirated engine, so it feels a little numb and dead. However, the extra bit of oomph from the battery pack does kind of save it a little bit in the bottom end, but once you are at higher speeds, there is no excitement at all. And that's alright, because that's not what the car is meant to do. What the car is meant to do is go into eco, stay nice and quiet, and chillax. And that's my favorite part of this car, because honestly, if you put it in sport and you try and use the pedals are kind of useless, and the response from the pedal is much better when you're absolutely caressing the throttle pedal. When you stamp on it, there is quite a bit of lag, the car doesn't feel that comfortable, and you get a little bit of like that nose coming up, which is not so fun. And last but not the least comes the design. In my opinion, Toyota have done a fantastic job over the years turning their hybrid cars from bubbly, friendly looking things to things that actually excite the youth. Look at the Prius, for example, and the Toyota Camry is no exception. Older Toyota Camrys were quite bland and simple. This is definitely striking to look at. Look at the headlight, it is just so bold. When you look at the bonnet also, it has a nice low-slung nose, giving it a very sporty look. Even the grille, which is rather large, has been molded to look like it has been chiseled into one singular piece, giving it a very premium look from the front. Moving along to the side profile, you also have two aggressive character lines that make the car look like it's a very fast one, even if it is at a standstill. Overall, I think that they've done a fantastic job at designing this car. And if you are going to argue that you might get more status symbol on an SUV, I argue otherwise. This has many more aura points than, I don't know, a Fortuner maybe. So if you're actually in the market to buy something that's practical, spacious, don't go for an SUV. Look at this. This is practical, spacious, luxurious, and frugal. Imagine up to 25 kilometers to the liter from a close to 5-meter car. That is very impressive. And for that reason, I really feel like this deserves a place in the Indian market. The D segment was so much fun with the Superb, the Accord, the Sonata, this. All of them made so much sense, and now SUVs are taking over, which kind of hurts a little bit inside here. But what are your thoughts on the Camry? Would you pick this over a large SUV or a small SUV? Do let us know in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.